That's pretty good. I'll go that way. So I'm just putting this up for the second time. I've tested it once at home in my garden. There's 2 poles that it comes with to make a little hoop above your head. So they're supposed to cross over. A bit awkward to take out once they're in there. Okay. And that's basically it. Now I just peg it out. Yeah, done.
Low profile.
You having fun there, buddy?
Yep.
With a hand, should be alright. How do you put it? You use the string. Oh, right.
Go on then, have a squirt of honey, please.
Yeah. Communal coffee.
Don't go nuts because that's got to go with the bannock later, alright?
That's alright, we'll have a little tiny, tiny bit.
No, what I'm saying is, there's a whole pot
Lid's
of
on
it.
underneath
You're
the
going to have
screw.
dipping, you want dippings for your bannock.
And there'll be a little tap on it.
Is this a soup?
I'm using it as
It's a bit bum wet.
honey, whiskey and coffee.
Is this port with a screw tip? Awesome.
What in the name of fuck have you made?
It's hard to breathe in whilst you're, because the fumes.
What in the name of fuck have you made?
I would love them. Can I get my mug?
Oh, it's like that.
Oh, God, you'd fail a breathalyzer on that. Brilliant.
No, I haven't.
You breathe in and go. You are such a badass.
Here comes my big gong!
Oh, John, I meant to ask.
Knife fight.
Knife fight, please.
Should be evenly matched. So despite the pissing rain, you've got dry wood.
20 bucks. Good! She's absolutely gutted to be back at work. Because they both had a month off.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
But you've done up here. Yeah, but yeah, they're good. They're good. Back in the net.
Invisible reverse bets, where if you win, you lose.
You always have those guys that... Wasn't there like an invisible fire in a Formula 1 one time?
Oh yeah. The one thing that I found that kind of helped is because you've both got something going on, you kind of
They will automatically think you resent them.
yeah.
Even
if
though
it's just
you
them.
don't.
It just
Even though
there's
there's not even a hint of it. Because it's natural behaviour.
Yeah.
And if you've both got a problem, the responsibility for the issue is just you.
And I just pulled that water all down the back of my neck. That's lovely. Oh, God, that's cold.
Yeah, just for a laugh.
I've run out of tumbling.
Yeah, mind you, we had one that was like literally up to here.
Cat.
But we'd put everything on it. We were like, let's just get it to burn as ridiculous as we could.
You've got no heat bed
There's
there.
nothing there.
That's a shame.
So the thing is, these were too thick. What do we need?
Need to split them down a bit more.
Split these down.
Thinner.
Into a crisscross, or the crisscross.
So like, those ones would go that way.
I'm in my bivvy bag. It is very cosy. There's almost no space in here at all. It's touching my body. There's a little pocket, a little mesh pocket at the top to put things in. It's been raining all day and it's dry in here, but the inside of the fabric feels slightly moist, but it is dry. But it's just so tight and cosy and claustrophobic. Morning. It's very small in here. So the top of the bivvy bag is pretty much touching. So yeah, it's just too small for comfort, and the fabric is moist. I think it's a combination of, it's just ingressing when I touched it. Because it's touching me, the rain is ingressing slightly. And then there's a bit of condensation, and don't know why I would choose that over a tent or a hammock, to be honest. There's no space to put your boots or your bags. I've put that under a tarp. Every time I rolled over I had this touching my face or my shoulder. There is some little puddles of water in the corner. You can see that. Where it's just, the rain has just come in slightly. And now I have to get out somehow. Get out of my sleeping bag and get out into the rain. Okay, I'll catch you later. Right, so I've just got back from camping in this new bivvy bag. It was my first time using it for real. Last night I wild camped in some woods and it was 9 degrees Celsius and it rained. It was sort of spitting in the afternoon and then it rained a moderate amount during the night, consistently right through to the morning. And I purposely set this up sort of out in the open away from any tree cover because I wanted to really test what it would be like. I didn't want to wait until I really relied on it to know how well it would protect me. And basically I was disappointed, but I have to sort of caveat that with the fact that I've never used a bivvy bag before, so this is my first time in a bivvy bag, and I'm sure compared to others this is a luxury model. It's pretty expensive. It's got these hoops that sort of give you a raised area up over your head, but still it's basically not something I'm going to choose to camp in again. I'd much rather have my little tiny DD hammock or even my small tent. The main reason is just because of space. So once I got inside here, the cover was sort of touching me, even up at the head end where this raised hoop area is. This plastic was touching my nose at some point. When I rolled over it was rubbing on my shoulders. And even though it's waterproof, there was some ingress. So you see all this moisture here. This was just purely from, I guess, a mixture of the rain slowly seeping in over the course of the night and then condensation from my breath, because I didn't have the air mesh open. I had it all zipped up because it was raining quite heavy. And so you've got this sort of damp plastic. So I was dry overall in my sleeping bag, but it's sort of damp. And then you're touching it every time you roll over. It's so short on space in there that I found I couldn't even take a drink from my water bottle because I couldn't quite sit up enough to get that angle, so I had to sort of shuffle around a bit, and I didn't actually want to crawl out of my bag, so I managed to like just about get a small sip from my bottle. The other problem is there's nowhere to store your boots, so what I ended up doing is going over to a tarp I had set up a short distance away, taking my boots off, and then walking back to this in my Crocs, and then leaving my Crocs outside overnight. And then I got up this morning, and as soon as I opened it, it's just rain coming on my sleeping bag, wet Crocs, wet socks. So I just don't get it. Like, what? All I can think of is the use case for this is sort of it packs down really small, chuck it in your bag if you're going on a hike, and if you get stuck in some kind of emergency situation, it will definitely keep you dry and alive. But if I'm going out camping, it's just not comfortable basically. It's really cramped, really tight, difficult to sort of roll over and position yourself. You can't read a book in there, you can't drink water in there, you can't store your boots in there. I mean, I could have probably stuffed my boots down the end, but I didn't want all the mud inside it. And this little flap at the back here is just sort of, it's too small really. Boots would have got wet under there. So, on the plus side, it's very small and lightweight, really easy, really fast to set up and pack down, literally 1 minute. That's about it. On the downside, difficult and awkward to get into and out of, especially if it's raining and you've got your sleeping bag in here and you're trying to sort of slide into your bag whilst holding this cover over you without rain getting in. There was some ingress as well into the ground sheet, so this was just damp, not from having the cover open but just from water ingress. So all inside here, this is from last night, just a layer of water. So it's a piece of equipment that I'm really glad I tried, and I'm now going to be selling, and I'm just going to focus on my hammocks, try and get a couple of different styles of hammock that I can try out, and maybe I'll try a different type of bivvy bag in the future. I like to give everything a try. I'm glad I tried it in the rain. I guess if it was like a nice summer's day, I could have probably had that open and I would have been able to pop my head out and store my kit by it and bits and bobs, but that's not really the point of this. The point of this is so you can sleep outdoors in a sleeping bag and not get wet. It's a waterproof piece of kit. So it's not for me. Pretty expensive. I paid £130 for it. Made by Snugpak. Gonna try and get my money back on that. Just put it on eBay and see what happens. But yeah, that's cool. It was an okay night. I wasn't super uncomfortable. I made a bed underneath it of holly branches, and then I put cedar branches on top of that. I probably could have gone a bit deeper because I didn't have a foam mat with me at all, so I was just purely relying on the branches for insulation. So I felt a couple of cold spots under me, a couple of hard spots under my shoulders. But the main reason I didn't sleep well was the damp and the tight space, and I'm quite broad, and that might have something to do with it. Maybe a smaller person would get on better with it. But cool, so we'll check back next time and see which hammock I'm going to line up to try. I'm looking at maybe a Hennessy, ASIM, different model to the one I've got with side entry, or possibly the DD Frontline XL, because I'm quite broad and I like the idea of having that extra space that I can roll around in the hammock. So yeah, catch up with you next time.